Hello, hello. Hopefully we are live. Let's have a look, because if we aren't, that's a bit fucked up. Just checking. Doesn't look like it's going live. Let's have a look. Do. This is my first time using StreamYard, so let's have a look. Do. Oh, we are live. We are live. Amazing. Well, hello to all. Welcome to Guy from the Lane. This is the first time that I've gone live. Hopefully, we'll get some guests on and stuff of that nature because we have quite the big game, do we not? We are going against Nottingham Forest in one of the most impactful games of the season so far because let's face it, Spurs, we've been eating shit all season, haven't we? Um, and it's been, quite frankly, a dog shit season. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to go live. Two reasons, in fact. Two reasons. You'll notice that I haven't been recording videos, mainly because I just haven't had the time or energy, to be honest. It has been dark times for us. And what am I going to do? Come on, every time I record a video, yeah, another loss, another loss, another loss, another loss. But hey, we got a win against Atleti and we got a draw against a meaty Liverpool team, a very needy Liverpool team. So we're going to use that momentum to go into this game. And obviously, the second reason I'm doing a live is because I usually go on Ricky Villa TV at 11 o'clock or 11:30 on a Sunday. And unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, it was cancelled due to Jens celebrating a special birthday in the family. So happy birthday, Mini Jens! Happy birthday! But yeah, I've been going on a lot of streams lately because I haven't been doing videos. Big up to Danalist, who's wearing this shirt, who's going to the game. And I don't really have much hope. I had hope for the North London derby, went to that game, hopes dash. Had hope for the Aston Villa FA Cup game, went to it, hopes dashed. So I just don't have the inclination to go anymore. And as much as people go, oh, support the team, support the team, support the team. Uh, yeah, I'll support the team. I'll support the team, but I'm not going all the way to Tottenham just to kind of clap and sing kumbaya to the team. That's just not my style. But yeah, so I thought something. The thoughts spurred at the moment. Obviously, Vicario is carrying an injury for this game. It's a hernia, which is not a good thing at all. Not a good thing at all to carry at all, especially for a footballer who's doing massive amounts of physical extraneous activity. But yeah, so I want to give a big shout out to all the people that are going to the game because match going fans, I'm one of you. Just not this time. Just not this time, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, let's have a look at this game because it is big game. And am I nervous? I'm not nervous. I'm really not. I don't have any nerves for this game. It's either, as you can see down here, win it or fuck off. In the end of the day, if it's not our fans' job to support you regardless. It's our job as fans to support you, but we give you the energy that you give us, you know? So we're gonna get into lineups and stuff. And like I say, we might have some guests on. We might have some guests on. But yeah, people saying, why are you using StreamYard? Don't use StreamYard, use OBS. Look, it's my first time streaming. It's a test bed. I haven't learned StreamYard. So I thought, you know what, I'll use StreamYard, see how that goes, set it all up, and we've got some visual aids. We've got some visual aids as well. But yeah, so let's get into this game and my honest thoughts on it. And look, I'm going in with no hope and no expectations because I don't want my hopes and expectations dashed by this team, which has happened time and time and time again. I constantly said, look, the two games we should be winning is at least Crystal Palace and Leeds. And we went against Crystal Palace, and look what happened. It was an utter shit show shambles, an absolute shit show shambles. And it was completely disappointing because we beat Crystal Palace away, which was a messy match. I was there. I was there. Very messy match. And I thought, okay, Crystal Palace at home. Its home form is disgraceful all season. Come on, we should be able to get a result against the Crystal Palace team that their manager has come out and caused friction. Their players haven't been playing well, but of course, Dr. Tottenham strikes again. Dr. Tottenham strikes again. And there we go. We lose it. We lose it. Oh, definitely's in the chat. Hey, mate, if you want to come in, I've given you the link. See, this is a shit show, right? Because StreamYard, hopefully, I'll see you in the. Cool, mate. TMI, bro. TMI. TMI. But yeah, so when people come on the show, look, I've just learned how to use StreamYard, so it might be a shit show, it might not be. But yeah, so that Crystal Palace match, I had expectations to win that. I had hopes to win that. Nada. We got nada. And then I had my hopes up for Atleti away. I thought, you know what? Atleti, they're not the best team in the world. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you fucking Spurs. Atleti away. I was invited to go. Like I had a free Airbnb. All I had to do was buy tickets and flights. And I was thinking, you know what? Maybe a nice couple of days in Madrid, sunny Madrid, sunny Madrid, bit of a holiday, bit of a holiday. But I had this feeling, I was like, nah, nah, nah. I'm just not going to go. I'm going to wait. I'm going to sit at home and watch it, because for those who do not know, and for those that do know, I suffered a foot injury, or both feet injury, which makes it incredibly hard for me to walk. I have plantar fasciitis, which has flare ups. So I knew that that was going to be a heavy day if I was going away. Hey, we've got some more people in. Hey, we've got Dr. Tottenham Therapy in the studio. Let's bring him in. Let's bring him in, see if I can do this. Move to stage. Hey!
Hello, mate. How are you?
Hey! I can bring in people, mate. I've learned how to do it, bro. How you doing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
good, thanks.
Oh, here we go. We've got Eugene. All right, so I'm going to bring in another guest. Another guest. Here we come. Hey, Eugene, my brother. How's it going?
Hey, hi, Guy. Hi, Anthony. Anthony,
You all right? How
right?
are you?
Hey,
Uh,
you two
uh,
met before? You two met before?
Nah, I've seen you
no,
on another stream, but I don't think we've actually officially met.
Right,
no.
so
Nice to
you
meet you.
you can blame Eugene for having my face on live streams because this is the brother that scouted me. He's my PR guy, bro.
Oh, so it's your fault, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everything's
just to
nice.
make it clear to just to make it clear to the audience and chat, I don't give a fuck if you swear, cunting bastard, bitch face cunt. All right, so I don't care. We don't modify chat. I don't employ mods. I don't like Jannies. But yeah, boys, how we feeling? How we feeling? Are the nerves kicking in yet?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. Um,
Uh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Later when we start my stream, right? When we do the kumbaya along, right? Don't
Oh,
forget to bring don't forget to bring the candle.
oh no, 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 no! Let's do it now, bro. Let's do it now. Are we ready to clap? Yeah, let's clap. Let's clap the boss. Let's clap the boss. Come on. Talk sport. Talk sport says Archie Gray's in there. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's
Actually,
give a good old clap.
yeah.
But yeah, actually, like Eugene, my brother, how you feeling? How you feeling? Because we haven't really talked about this game, have we, mate?
Now we have to, and of course, first of all, thank you, Guy, for inviting me on your show, my debut, right? Your new channel, and if I'm not mistaken, is it the Tottenham therapy. And it's Anthony, right? Am I saying? No?
Yeah, my name's Anthony. That's my YouTube name.
Yes. Okay, yeah, all right. Anthony, right? Yeah. I because I've been doing this for so long, right? I rather call you guys with your own names, right? Because yeah, Tottenham therapy is too long.
I'm new to the world anyway. I'm new to the YouTube world anyway, so I've only just started it myself. So
That's good. Join the
While you people
bandwagon.
chat, while you people chat, I'm going to put the links in the chat. So
yeah.
go for it. You have a discussion, mate. You have a discussion. Because you know my thoughts, mate. I've got no hope for this. Are we ready? This is literally me, bro. This is literally me. This is literally me drinking the hope juice, bro. Drinking the. I shouldn't do that on stream, really, should I?
Oh, don't
But
go
yeah, guys,
there. Don't go
yeah,
there.
exactly.
Don't go there
No,
after what
after
happened
watching.
on
Yeah, exactly, bro.
terrace,
Right,
right?
I'll leave.
I need to learn how to do this stuff.
Yeah.
Put
So
different
what we're
pictures
gonna
on
do?
stream. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah,
So,
big up to
Don't
Smiling Friends. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. But I'm gonna put something a little bit nicer on the stage. My e-girlfriend Amelia. There you go. There we go. That's better, right? That's a little bit better. That's better. All
right.
right, right, Eugene, kick off, bro. What do you think about the upcoming game, man?
To tell the truth, right? To talk about hope, I do have hope because somehow or another we are slowly showing what Tudor ball is, right? So I think the players are getting a hang of it and understanding what he needs. But like always, we need them to turn up, right? Because a lot of us are taking this game from the Liverpool game. We put in a fight, we got a draw. But don't forget, right? I was doing the watch along with you guys, right? We were saying Liverpool is shit, right?
Yeah. I think I came on at half time. Because remember, I did. The only reason I'm streaming, the only reason I can stream is because I've got fiber now. The only reason I can stream is because I've got fiber. Yeah, because I didn't. I was on ADSL, so I came on at half time, and I was like, because remember the first half was so. Yeah, big up Amelia, big up Amelia. But yeah, so I just got fiber and I called into you and it was 1-0 at half time, wasn't it? Yeah, it was 1-0 at half time. And I was like, this is the most boring game ever. Boring game ever.
What are our minds? But we fought back.
We came to life. We came to life towards the end of the half, didn't we? Suddenly we started playing.
We came to life, and the worst part is that Liverpool shut off. Yeah. So. And it's reflected in this week's game, right? They lost to Brighton, right? And all of the Liverpool fans are going on the meltdown and jerking off on stream.
No, Anthony, mate. That actually happened. Someone got caught jerking the chicken on stream, bro.
Did they?
Yeah, call in 4K, bro.
Send him the link, right? Send him the link.
Yeah, I will do, mate. I will do. But yeah, so let's focus back on our momentum because Eugene, you say we've got some momentum, bro.
So from there, we built up some momentum against A Madrid. But I did say in the end, right, A Madrid's game was more of A Madrid containing us instead of us going out there and actually give A Madrid a run for the money. Because we saw it. We were up 1-0, and to tell the truth, we should have been up 2-0, right? Pillarfoot tell, right? We got a Pillarfoot tell, right? Which everybody now is praising him, right? Praising him like shit and all that. He should have scored that goal. He had a couple of chances. He should have put it in the net, right? And we could have been 2-0 up at half time. Then that would have put pressure on A Madrid. But nah, what we do is that we go up 1-0, then they equalize, then we go up 2-1, then they equalize again. So it was a very obvious scene is that A Madrid was not actually going out there to batter us. They were containing us, right? To make sure the scoreline doesn't pass the 3 goals. You understand? And we weren't dominant over them. That's the thing. So the weaknesses are still there, right, guys? We have to be pragmatic about this. Our weaknesses are still there, and to see whether Forest can take advantage of it or not. Because don't forget, right? Forest played on Thursday. They had to play extra time, and they had to go into penalties. They're both ways going into that scenario.
Sorry to interrupt. The thing about that, though, they made 9 changes for their game against Midtjylland. I know they've still got the travelling, but those players that should be The players
that's
that
why
played the other day probably played.
For my logic now is that a lot of the teams now, right, are playing all these European games, right? The fatigue is starting to set in. You can see it in the games between Chelsea. Chelsea lost to Everton 3-0 yesterday, bro. Right? After getting smacked by PSG. Yes, so a lot of these things are coming in. Of course, Rosinho is not even a PE teacher, he's a kindergarten teacher. He's a kindergarten teacher. So that is Chelsea's problem, right? They've been frauds for so long, right? Because what happened was that when Bowley took over, when he looked at the accounts, he ratted out his own club by saying that, all right, Abramovich has been doing shit, and here's all the paperwork on it, right? So that means you're allowed to do
they just self-report, didn't they? They self-reported it.
Yeah, that's right. He rented out his own club, but never mind. The worst part is, right, what does the EPL does? Oh, you're so good. You gave us all the information, right? And we ain't gonna punish you that badly. We're gonna just fine you 10 million, 15 million pounds, right? No points deduction, nothing, right? And they cheated the shit out of those 8 years or so under the Roman oligarch guy, right? So it's like telling, I don't go too far on this, right? It's, if you like someone and then somehow or another you admitted it and then you get away with it. You get what I'm saying? Right?
Yeah.
So you just get a slap on the wrist. So for us now, in this Forest game, right? In this Forest game, right? I believe, right, with the Kumbaya party, right, that's going to be on the high skin, right? We're going to beat Forest easily 2-0. Easily 2-0.
Yeah.
So later, guys, when we're on stream, right, we all bring out our candles, light it up, just don't burn the house down, right? And we all sing, Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya. So everything will be okay, right? Everything will be okay. And then we will escape relegation, right? And we will all be in then.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far.
Anthony, mate. Anthony, mate. What's your? Because we spoke last night about it, and you said, "Oh, I'm not going to get nervous until closer to the game." Right. So we are less than 2 hours away, mate. How's your fingernails, bro? How's your fingernails?
Yeah, got none left. I'm a bit nervous now, but I don't want to be too confident because I know being too confident what that does, and it depends what Tottenham turn up. But I think we'll win today. I think we'll win 2-1. But like that's why I chose my name, guy. I told you the other day, last night, Dr. Tottenham, because if that Tottenham turns up today, then then we'll end up losing. And if we lose today, I'm sorry, I just don't see us getting out of the situation we're in. I think we'll go down. I think whoever loses today, I know it's still early days, like still got games left, but I think whoever loses goes down.
Yeah.
But to be honest, right, guy and Anthony, this is one of the games that we must win, right? Because to tell the truth, every single game now is important, not just the Forest game. Even if we win the Forest game, right, and we lose the rest of the games, right, we are still going down. So mathematically, right, this is a more psychological thing. And
it's psychological. That's what it is. Yeah,
and pull ourselves away from Nottingham Forest. You get what I'm saying, right? To put a gap there.
If we lose today, I don't know where our wins going to come from.
Yeah, exactly. We were talking about this last night, right? So Eugene, I want to get your input because obviously me and Anthony were talking about it, and obviously definitely who's in the chat, who's probably too hungover to come in today. Right, so Eugene,
he was supposed to come on last night, but he let us.
Oh no, bro! He's too busy having it large, bro. Yeah, Eugene, you can smoke your cigarettes, bro. This is not a children's stream, man.
I know I'm doing it. I know this. I don't even care about my
exactly,
own
bro.
Yeah, the only thing
but like me, me and Anthony, and also definitely, and I also spoke to Danilist about it as well, right? So on streams, we've been talking about the runner games, and I'm not going to put them on screen because we all fucking know what the games are, right? So if like for example, right? So after this game, right, we've got Sunderland away, haven't we? Are we going to get any points from Sunderland away?
But before that, right, we got a 3 weeks break. So
Yeah.
I really hate breaks for Spurs, is because when we build this momentum and we take that break, right, that means we go back to square one and we be shit again. You get what I'm saying? But one thing is that, is Anthony in London or anywhere in the parts of the UK?
He's in the UK, yeah. I'm not going to dox him. I'm not going to dox him.
No, I know, but he's not in London, right? So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the thing.
I'll let him. If he wants to say where he lives, he can come in and say that. I can't speak for people in the stream. I know that I'm a Londoner born and bred. Well,
yeah, I
technically,
know you
but
can't
still.
go because I know you can't go because of certain situations. But if Anthony is going to the Kumbaya party, it'd be good to have him live there too.
Am I in the, did you say am I in the UK?
Yeah. You because we don't like to. You go on.
Yeah.
I live in Milton Keynes.
Yeah, next to MK Dons, bro.
Yeah. They're my second team. I follow Dons as well, but Spurs are my love.
But yeah, but here's the, like I say, right? So what we do have a break, but I'm just gonna put. Look, I'm gonna put something. Hey, Defley's here. He's not too hungover. Hey, Defley.
Yeah, mate.
Hey, big up, mate. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for. Oh no! You got to do this, bro. Come on, clap along, bro. Come on. Oh, you got to clap along.
Premier League, you're having a laugh. Premier League, you're having a laugh.
And like I say, mate, feel free to drop as many F-bombs as you want because I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you're on the
But
same wavelength as me. Yeah,
exactly, mate. So I'm gonna put something on screen, which is my world famous bingo card for our home form. If we look at that, that's been our home form in the Premier League all season. And does anyone disagree with that at all?
not at all.
The thing is that,
Not at all.
the thing is that, let's hope that today we are not in that shit category too much, but we are Spurs at the moment. We've seen a lot of that. Let's hope from now onwards we don't reach that kind of pinnacle, right?
Well, I know.
Yeah,
but definitely, mate, definitely, because everyone's had their piece. How are you feeling about the game? Nervous? Also, new trim.
Up to my hairdresser, Leanne. She's a hairdresser by day, therapist by night. She kind of gives you two for the price of one there, basically.
I was going to make a joke about what's the optional extras on that one, but anyway, what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts, Stephanie, mate? What's your thoughts? You nervous?
Spurs will never give. Oh, guys, the other part is right. Because of this Kumbaya party, the club has announced, right, they're giving free beers or half-price beers, right, for a certain period in the stadium.
So they're £4 instead of £8. That's nice.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, and that's the way of bribing the fans, right? So pull them in.
That's the way.
And nice, definitely nice to meet you too. I think it's the first time.
Nice to meet you too, Eugene. I've seen you about, bro. I like what you have to say, so it's good to have a face-to-face.
To meet up. Right. Yeah, that's good.
Absolutely.
That's good. And go ahead. Sorry, definitely go ahead.
Not a problem.
Yeah, thoughts.
Never a problem. So basically, my opinion is two minds, right? The past two games, I think we've seen a little bit more fight than that of what we've been seeing for weeks previously. So that puts me in a sort of frame of mind where I think if we do show up with that same fight, that same energy, I think we will get a result. If we put in that same energy that we've been seeing in the past, especially the energy we saw against Atletico at home, if we can beat Atletico, there's no reason we can't beat Forest. That's my way of thinking about it. But
it's a different competition, though, mate.
This is when we move on to our second thought. This is like bloody Groundhog Day. How many times have we had this conversation?
Too many times, mate. Too many times, mate.
Prague, you know. Oh,
we're well beaters at home in Europe. We haven't lost at home in Europe in 25 games.
Yeah.
We're not winning the Premier League at home.
And then away to Frankfurt, the same. So I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. But if you want to look at it optimistically, I think the past two games show a slight shift in maybe not the right direction, but certainly a different direction to the previous shit that we've been seeing. It doesn't look quite as catastrophically bad as what we were seeing. But again, if you want to look at it on the pessimistic side, glass half full side, glass half empty side, then you got to basically look at the fact that we've had this conversation so many times, and it's been basically a shit show of a performance at the weekend after a good performance in Europe. So I really have no idea what is actually going to happen. But if let's go for optimism today. Let's say we put in the same performance as what we saw against Atletico. We will get something. I truly believe if they do that kind of performance, we will get something. We won't lose. That's my thought on the game today.
Right. Since you said that, mate, considering your past predictions.
Yeah. No, it is.
I'm just putting your link in the chat. But yeah, so look, the way I see this game, right? I see this game as going one of two ways. It's either going to be a slugfest or it's going to be the most boring fucking game of football we're ever going to watch in our lives. Now, we'll go into lineups and formations and all that, but let's go into like what type of game do we expect to see today? Do we expect to see a slugfest, a fight, a passionate fight, or are we going to just sit back and enjoy the show?
It's going to be a slug.
Well,
I think it's going to be a slugfest. I think it's going to be a fight. Actually, I think both teams going to be too scared to lose rather than win. I reckon.
Yeah, I see that, bro. I see that. I think that's basically that's the likely outcome. Neither of these teams are going to want to lose, but I think Forest, they always just chart with something in them, don't they? And I think it also depends on how the fans turn up. I don't want to put too much pressure on the fans and say that it's the fans' responsibility for the players to do their fucking job, what they're paid to do. But I saw an interesting post on the I think it's r/Coys subreddit, where basically an Everton fan had basically jumped on to have his say, and he basically made a post saying, back when we Everton were facing the relegation battle under Frank Lampard, he said basically the fan base sort of collectively got together and just made it so there were no choice of relegation. So basically every single game towards the end, the blue flares were being thrown onto the pitch. The fans were basically singing for like half an hour before the game, and they didn't stop through the 90 minutes, and they were booing the opposition the full 90 minutes whenever they had the ball and things like that. And you saw that kind of energy go onto the Everton side, because do you remember that fight back? I don't remember who it was against, but they were 2-0 down and they ended up winning 3-2, and that was the game that saved them. And that energy, I think that fan energy can have a massive impact. And I think
that was against Crystal Palace.
I was against Palace, was it? Yeah. And when I saw that post by the Everton fan, I was like, he's bloody right. I remember Everton fans were just, they basically were just going it all in these last few matches, and I think that ended up keeping them up. So I think the Spurs fans need to try and do the same thing, whether that means navy blue flares going onto the pitch, whether that means them singing all
good luck. No. Good luck sneaking anything into that stadium, mate. No. You, like I say, they have metal detectors and all sorts of stuff when you go through that stadium. Yeah. You can get away with, if you've got a metal flask. No, that's binned, bro. So everyone brings in the tiny glass bottles, and they do random searches as well. But yeah, so like I say, do you think? So you, like I say, I agree with you. I think the fans are going to be up for it. Here's the thing: like, there's a myth about Tottenham fans, right? So I go to the stadium a lot. Well, I used to go a lot, and I'm telling you, fans are up for it. Fans are always up for it. But as soon as we start getting pamped, like I say, I went to the North London derby, right? Everyone on the concourse before the North London derby. This was at home. We were just really excited, right? Half time, 1-1, really excited. We were like, we could win this, we can do it. And then obviously that second half happened, and then people were like, that whole stadium got toxic within 20 minutes, bro. But I do agree with you. The fans should cheer and give their roar in, but we can talk about the dilution of the fan base and the stadium later. I think that I want to dedicate a full stream to the dilution of the Tottenham fan base, because I've seen it firsthand. But yeah, Eugene, mate, do you think this is going to be a slugfest or a stinkfest?
To tell the truth, right, I don't care what kind of fest is it, right? Whether it's a GB fest or stink fest or whatever fest, right? right? All I want is to see us win, right? Whether it's because to tell the truth, right? We have to analyze what has happened to Nottingham Forest first, right? They did have to travel, right? Even though they did change 9 players and all that, there are a lot of parts that comes into it where the game is played into extra time. I will see this game in a sense that I think Forest will sit back at first, right, and try to absorb the pressure, because you must always understand, right? They're away and they will try to counter us. And if their counter attack works, right, and like what you're saying, Guy, versus what the Spurs fans do in the stadium is like this, right? When we're up, we're always cheering, supporting, and once we start to show shit, right, and that's when the whole stadium turns toxic. Because I don't blame the fans, because we've been seeing this for nearly 3 years now. So I mean,
losses have been normalised. Losses have been normalised with Spurs in the last 3 years. It is because I told you last. Remember when I was coming on your stream last year, when I was stopped going because I was like, I had a season ticket and I kept seeing the losses, and I said, look, dude, I just don't want to go. Losses has been normalised, which is just shameful. But go on, my man.
I know. The thing is that the mentality part is the sad part, right? Because even though during Ange's tenure, losses was normalized, but in his mentality, he always wanted to win. You get what I'm saying? So that started from there. And the worst part is when Frank came in, he made it even more, acceptable, right? That because he didn't have that kind of win at all cost mentality. He has come up with that, we will win some, lose some, and draw some kind of mentality. So that screwed up the fans a lot. So in the end day, it is what it is. And Guy, I sent you something on WhatsApp, right? Maybe you can put it up.
Yeah. I'm gonna. While you do that, I'm gonna download it and present it, because my God, if it's quite. I swear to God, if that's true, there's gonna be a load of people getting pissed, bro.
No,
but
it's true.
I mean, look.
No, this message, right, that Guy's gonna put up, right, is actually coming up directly from the Spurs website.
Yeah, I got it emailed to me. I just checked my emails. And it's on there. Here we go. Look at this, boys and girls. This is what the lovely Tottenham Hotspur club are offering, just to buy our favours. Hopefully there's not going to be any vomit on the seats. Hopefully people will be able to not piss themselves during the game, because that's going to be gross.
The only present they should give Spurs fans is for them to fuck off, isn't it?
Yeah. Early bird drink offer. With every drink funds Enix buyout.
yeah, exactly.
Let's see how that goes. Cool. Yeah, but the sad part is that when they do something like that, right? They I think the thing is that it's like asking a lot of the stadium going fans, right, not to drink at the pubs outside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. That offer to me just stinks of. Come here early, because we ain't sold enough tickets, and we need to make more money on our brewed beer that we fucking brew ourselves, mate.
That they fill up from the bottom rather than from the top,
because Eugene knows this, right? So Eugene, that as soon as I step out the door, mate, I'm on it, right? So I've got my cans and my Maggies and my Huel already tanked up before I get off at Seven Sisters, right? So I walk off the tipsiness, and then I just go into the local bars and pubs and Aldi's, get more there. Because, like, no offense, panel, I don't know if you know this, but to buy a Guinness, it's £9.
Yeah, it's a joke.
To buy, because one of my favourite beers that they do by Brewdog, I'm not going to drink your beer anymore. It's political because you fucked your business over. But they have a beer that you can only get in the stadium called He's One of Our Own, after Harry Kane. It's a nice beer. £8.50, bro. £8.50.
You know the way around that is, have you guys heard of Black Storm cider by any chance?
Oh no, bro! I'm not 12.
You have a couple of cans of that on the train, yeah, and then when you get to the boozer and you have a few pints, you're sorted for the night. I had to watch.
No way, bro!
Sorry, I had to watch the Copenhagen game like this, mate. Because I was seeing double otherwise.
Oh God, no way, man! See, I'm all right with a couple of. I can't drink too much Maggie because it's got so much sugar in it, right? It makes my skin go blotchy and red. Like
Right.
I look like I've been in the sun too much. But yeah, no, I can't drink. Nah, man, that's cider. I know exactly what you're talking about, mate. That is like paint stripper, bro. I cannot drink that crap.
Mate,
No
I
way.
remember once there was a homeless guy who was asking if I could go and buy him some beers, right? And I said, yeah, of course I can, mate. But can you show me where in this local area there's a shop that sells Black Storm cider? And he
Of
looked
course
at
he
me,
would know.
and then he was like, "What are you doing drinking Black Storm cider, mate?" £1.29 per can, 7.5% volume. It's solid.
Yeah, but what happens when it comes out the other end, man? Oh no, you'd be pissing out fuel. And
Anyway,
anyway, swiftly moving on. All right, so me and Anthony went through our lineups. I'm going to put my hands up right now. Showing my tattoo. I'm going to get another one. I'm going to get like a stylized Europa League trophy here. I'll send you
I
my
was going to
mock-up.
say my mug tattoo.
You should get a
No.
Yeah, look, notice that it's the right way round in the reflection.
Why didn't you get the old style one, bro? Oh my god.
Yeah,
next season you should get a championship title,
championship.
Yeah.
Wait, Anthony, we have to win it first, right?
Yeah, we gotta win it
We'll
first.
still come second.
My best mate Labib, they're a Yid as well. Said that if Ange had won us that title, this was when the first season, basically, when we had won,
Yeah.
we were unbeaten the first 10 games. They vowed that they would get a tattoo on their backside of Ange Postecoglou's face.
Oh no, that's too far. Anyway, swiftly moving on from talking about people's assholes. Like I say, when it comes to when it comes to the lineup, I'm putting my hands up literally and saying I don't give a fuck who he picks. That's my input into the whole lineup. Anthony, do you want to go over because you and I talked about the lineup? Tell the boys and girls in the chat and the lads on the panel who you think should start.
Well, I put what I think he'll start is Vicario in goal, Danso, Van der Ven and Romero, with Poro and Spence as the wing backs. I think he'll pick Gray and Sarr in midfield, but I think Gallagher should be in there with Gray. Tell on the left. If he goes one up front, actually, Mawani on the right and Richarlison up top.
Interesting. Yeah. So are we assuming he's doing a like free?
He might go two. He might go two up front.
Two up front. Yeah. So what I'll do is if we're going to go with two up front, because I think that's kind of I don't know, how do we line up against Atletico? Do we do two up front or is it one up front?
I think it was a 4-4-2, right, against Atletico.
Yeah.
4-4-2. I'd stick with whatever works against Atletico because it seemed the energy seemed different and they seemed to be able to actually play some nice football with whatever he did. It looked better than the Liverpool match. Yeah, so I'd start like that and I'll put it's going to be a controversial one, right? Because we don't have Vicario, right? When Kinski played, he was slipping on his arse, and I know he hasn't played all season. But when he did play last season, I did not see Brandon Austin put a bloody foot wrong. I did not. I saw him commanding his box. I saw him.
That's an interesting one. That's an interesting one.
Apparently.
Yeah, he's fit for today, apparently.
He's fit for
But
today.
that's an interesting one. Definitely, mate, because when we were talking last night, me and this brother here, because I always forget that we're mirrors, a lot of people in the chat, innit, Anthony? A lot of people in the chat were saying, give Austin a chance. Austin.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him. I genuinely haven't seen him put a foot wrong in the Spurs shirt. Maybe my memory's getting the best of me, but I didn't really see him make any mistakes when he was in goal.
All right,
All
guys.
the goals he did concede weren't his fault.
Yeah, I'm here with definitely main, right? Because I would give Austin a chance, right? Because he's been with us and he's born and bred, He came from the academy. He's a Spurs player, all right? My question is that if we know that Vicario is not at 100%, he's carrying an injury, a hernia or some shit like that, why the hell are we still playing him, right? He's really bad enough. He can't pass the ball out of the back, right? And we still want to take that risk. And the thing is that if he puts in Kinski, and Kinski puts up a good show, right? And we win the game and all that, that will build back up his confidence. But if he puts up Kinski, right? And that boy, right? That young boy there, right? Fluffs it up again, right? That will end his Premier League career.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? He will no Premier League team will ever touch him again. And you know, any top club will touch him again. That's the sad part for Kinski.
Yeah.
But at least we put in Austin, it shows that, you know, we are putting someone that will actually do something or put up a fight for Spurs. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's a local lad. He deserves to have a chance, especially with the fact that he didn't do anything that, like, what Kinski. So here's the thing that I'm having troubles with, right? Brandon Austin's a local boy who's come through our academy. Kinski is a guy who we just bought in. And Kinski has actually made a few catastrophic errors which have led to goals while playing in goal for us. Brandon Austin, who's our own boy, he has not made any error remotely close to Kinski, but for some reason we just determined to make Kinski our number 2 just based on the fact that we spent money on him. But for me, if you're seeing these errors and you haven't seen them from Austin, that is evidence to say give Austin a go, basically. We're getting hung up on the goalkeepers thing a bit here, so I'll quickly move on. I'll play. Is Romero able to play again, or is he? Yeah. Is he out?
Okay.
Romero's all right, man.
Romero centre half. If we're assuming it's going to be the same at set up a 4-4-2 against Atletico, I'll put. Is Van der Ven able to play? No, he's suspended, isn't he? No Van der Ven.
No, Van der Ven was only suspended for 1 game.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's going to be those 2 then. I'll play Sousa at left back. Square peg, square hole. I'll put Porro at right back because he looked all right. Then bloody hell, midfield. I'll put Gallagher there, and I think I'd put Archie Gray there because he's been showing a bit of fight. And then when it comes to, because it's going to be wingers, I think Matty's Tell, he deserves a go because he's been even though he messed up when he should have squared it instead of having a shot, he's still been getting shots off. He's still been looking active. I'll play him on the left wing. And then on the right wing, I don't actually. Who can we actually put on the right wing, lads? Help me out.
Anyone, because we don't play it. This is when I was speaking to Anthony, mate. We do not play the ball via the right wing at all. Hardly ever, bro. It's always through the left. It's been always through that left wing.
Maybe I don't know because I said Porro, like, because we don't actually have like a right winger available, if I'm not mistaken. So I think. Maybe I'll take back what I said about Porro because I think maybe either Spence or Porro basically to just try and fill a gap there.
Porro on the right. I think Porro will be better at right midfield.
That's the thing. I've wanted to see him
right back.
I've wanted to see him in that position forever, but it just hasn't happened. So maybe try that, and then I'll put Colo.
He was on the right against Atletico Madrid. He played on the right, didn't he?
Yeah,
right
he did.
Yeah.
Right, and he almost scored with that lovely Travella.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and
the
guys,
thing. I mean,
and guys, I've got breaking news now, right? Coming from this outside the stadium, it's absolutely booting off on the high road. Best fans in the world.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
what did it say, sorry? What did it say?
The fans are started to gather on the high road.
Okay.
So, yeah, for the Kumbaya party. So let's all be there for the Kumbaya party, right, guys?
Yeah.
I've got to go, guy. I couldn't.
Hey, man, it's been a pleasure.
I apologise. I can't be on for that long. I've just got to sort my boy out and stuff.
It's all good, man. Thanks for coming, bro.
Everyone, and Eugene, you're always welcome on my channel anytime if you want to come on.
Right.
I'll subscribe to yours and stuff. So.
Yep.
Cheers.
Take care, everyone.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Take care, Anthony,
See you later, bros.
Big up, definitely. Cheers. Bye.
Big up to you, bro.
But yeah, Eugene, mate, I think that's a solid. I think that's a solid. That's a solid. Oh, I've got to do the producer stuff, haven't I? Let's have a look. It's all right, mate. Here we go. So I think that's all right. I think it's all right. Let's put Amelia back on, man. Let's get some eye candy up in this business. Right. The thing is, that if I was a bigger YouTuber, I would be getting cancelled for that shit. I'd be getting cancelled for that shit because people don't know who Amelia is, and she's an OG, bro.
I think it's a real girl.
Yeah, but no, I think that's at the end of the day. I think that's a good squad. For me, look, I say I don't care. Like I've got to the point where I just do not care. Just get the fucking result, Eugene, mate. What would you agree, disagree? Would you add people? Because my only issue is, look, I've got issues with Archie Gray, and I know people are sucking his dick right now, and that's fine. No, it's true. Let's face it. The Archie Gray love is just absolutely off the charts. I mean, at the end of the day, all it takes is a cute little face. Hey, mate, I just realised all you've got to do is have curly hair.
You got to have curly hair, and you got to be under the age of 21, and then all the
No.
crazy.
I think all you have to do is have hair. Not any curly.
No, because like Eugene knows this, right? So when my hair's long, it naturally goes curly. And remember, I said to you, if Archie Gray scores, I'm going to get like an Archie Gray haircut. And he never. And then the thing is, by the time he scored, I'd already cut my hair. But yeah, Eugene, mate. So here's the thing. Look, Archie Gray's putting in a shift in midfield. I'd play Gallagher. Why not? Sarr. Why not? I mean, we are looking at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to our players, aren't we? We really are. Let's not beat around the bush.
Yeah.
Based on what I see now, right, it's a very weird scenario. Our squad is primed and programmed to play 4 at the back, but somehow or another, Tudor loves doing this 3 at the back thing. And ever since that we've seen we play 4 at the back, right, we seem to be more cohesive, right, and understanding is there. And whenever we play 3 at the back, we lose it. You get what I'm saying? Not? They don't know what they're doing. So at the moment now, right, the most important thing is, right, let's see what kind of formation Tudor's going to put up there. If he goes 4 at the back, it could be a 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, right? And like you said, how are we going to fix up? What's going to happen on our right-hand side? Because ever since we lost Kudos, we become, useless on that side of the pitch, right? No one can, and then we lost Odebear. That makes it even worse. We got no one to do it, right? Unless we're going to take a chance of putting Moani on the right, to be a right winger, which I don't see that happening, right? Unless you play in the sense that if you play straight at the back, right, then you will see Pedro Porro and maybe Jet Spence going, or like what Defy's saying, right? Play Souza. But Spence is a left fullback or a wing back, so that fits that position too. But for the midfield part, a lot of us want to put in.
That's where we're weakest. Because that's where we're weakest.
You want us to put in the Conor Gallagher and all that there to strengthen up our midfield. Don't forget Palhinha is available too.
Oh, right? Palhinha! I didn't know you. I'll play Gallagher and Palhinha together then. That's what I'll do. And I forgot about Xavi Simons. I think he needs to be on the pitch too. So I'd actually maybe stick Xavi Simons on the right, and then he can sort of drift in and sort of drift from right to being a playmaker.
What I've seen Tudor do recently is, right, he doesn't, in the Premier League, right, he doesn't actually use Xavi as a starter. You get it? Because Xavi's problem is that if we start him, he's not strong enough. You get what I'm saying? He gets
you're right. He looks a lot better off the bench, doesn't he, bro?
Yes. So when the game is like 60 minutes in, right, and then when he comes on the bench and he has his pace and his guile and his skills and all that, right, that, the opposition is less, not at 100% or 110%, right? They are more or less like 80 or 70%. That's maybe when he can take advantage of it. But when you put Xavi up against the midfield with 100% in there, he gets bowled over all the time, right? And then he runs into dead end. Yes, And the worst part is that he's faster than the rest of the players going upwards. How many times have we been saying, right, when we do watch alongs, right, guy? Xavi's carrying the ball. Where's the rest of the players?
Yeah, that's
Kudos
the
for him
problem.
doing
Like,
it.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what I've been
he'll
saying.
do that. Yeah, he'll do. But the thing is, that's not a symptom. That's not a symptom of Xavi, though. That's not that. The thing is,
That's not,
it's
it's
not
not.
just
It's
Xavi.
not. Yeah, it's
Any
not.
player that progresses the ball forward via dribbling, we saw it with Basuma. We saw it with Paulinho. Look at Van der Ven against Copenhagen. He just went, "Fuck this! I'm doing it all." There's no one in there to back him up, and that's like I say. I mean, when we do attack, there's like we'll have an isolated player, and they just get bullied upon. They just get bowled over, just bullied off the ball by like two or three people. We saw that when Basuma came in. When I can't remember the game on top of my head, but Basuma was carrying the ball, two players, zonk, just straight to him. But yeah,
Yeah.
look, man. So like, what kind of attacking trio duo would you pick, my man? Eugene, up to you.
You first, bro. Yeah, go.
I don't know. At the moment now, right? It's okay. Solanke is carrying an injury again, right? He's just recovering. I won't put him up front straight away. You know what I'm saying? I will either have to utilize the Moani and Richarlison scenario, right? For the top two up front, if we bring two up front. If it's a single up front, Richarlison, right? Then we see who is going to back him up. Because the next line behind is our midfielders, right? If you have players like Tel and Moani supporting Richarlison running up forward, then maybe there's a chance of us doing something. But the problem is like we keep saying this, right? We got players running up, and we don't have the midfield coming upwards to actually support the front two or front three. That is we saw that
fucking toothless, mate.
we saw it against the Liverpool game, and we're seeing it against so many games, right? And I've been telling you guys, right? We don't know how to counter attack. You know, half the time when we counter attack,
We're
right? It's
shit,
like
Rory. We're too
yeah.
slow. We're too
We're
slow.
too slow. That's not a counter attack. It's just like giving them time to regroup and get back into positions, right? So that's the problem. But there's one good stat, right? At the moment is that under Tudor, we are running a bit more. We're putting a bit more kilometers onto the field. So maybe, hopefully, with that kind of mentality building into this game, we have rested one day longer than Nottingham Forest. We have played 30 minutes or 40 minutes less than Nottingham Forest. Maybe all that will come into play in this game, because let's see whether we go out there, are we going to go all gung-ho and try to smash them, right? Which, to tell the truth, we've not been able to do in a long time, to smash anyone,
No.
right? We have not seen that in such a long time, right? So how Tudor is going to plan this tactically is one thing. What kind of players is he going to put in the positions is another thing, right? Because we're all just fans here speculating. I guess the lineup should
Mate,
be
let's
coming.
face it. Mate, let's face it. Every time I've been on Ricky's show or any other person's show, and we've discussed tactics and all of that, we've been fucking wrong every fucking time.
Yeah.
Every damn time we've predicted a lineup, it's not the lineup. Every time we predict, oh, he's going to do this, he's not done that.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
I think that unpredictability may work for us in this game. I think it might work for us. But then who knows? It could backfire, man. It could backfire expeditiously.
Wait. We have to go back to Frank. Remember? Every game he played, he confused the shit out of me. He wasn't consistent. He never maintained the same team, right? Every time it was like chop and change.
I remember that. Yeah. I remember the Man City game where he set us up looking like fuck it. We looked like we were pressing them and winning the ball high up the pitch, and we were playing such beautiful football. I loved it. I was like, this is like one of the best sort of performances I've actually seen from Spurs like ever. The way we were playing that Man City game, and then the following week, I think we played Bournemouth at home. He ripped it up and he threw it in the bin. Never did it again. We were sitting with 10 men behind the ball against Bournemouth at home, and I'm just thinking, Thomas, bro, what are you doing? And then he's his main problem was every single week in these press conferences, he just reminded the players that just that they finished 17th last season and was calling them shit practically in kind of way. You can't do that as a manager.
What manager does that, right? It comes like call your players all the time.
You know, it's like that's one thing about Tudor. He sits there and he doesn't exactly say that the players are shit. He says that these players have the capability to do good things. And
oh, Frankie boy, there he is. Fuck off, Frank.
No, but Tudor, he seems to sort of accept that the club in general is in a bad place, but he also says that the players have capability to do better things. And I never really heard that too much from Frank. It was just, guys, we finished 17th last season. A draw is okay, really.
Oh no, it was just look, I turned on Frank quite quickly. Eugene knows this. For me, it was the Wolves game, and people told me, oh, you know, a draw is fine. Oh, we're second in the league. Why are you complaining? And I was like, are you watching the game? Are you watching the game?
I'll hold my hands up. I was one of those people that was saying, "Oh, we're second. What are you complaining about?"
Yeah, I know. We had this discussion. Yeah, have it, Bob. Have it.
I'll take it another. It was basically, for me, it was like a flip switch. It was basically, I was basically Frank in, and then that game against Nottingham Forest when we lost 3-0. It was just a flip switch to me. I was so angry. It's the angriest I've been at Spurs in a long time. And I was just like, he has to go tonight, you know, after that 3-0 loss. I would not have even had him going back with the on the team coach. That was how bad that Nottingham Forest away performance was.
Well, here's the thing. Everyone has their breaking point in it. Everyone has their breaking point. And like I say, mine was early. Because for me, I just saw the performances. And here's the thing. We've talked about this, haven't we, definitely, about the team just being in a death spiral. Yeah. I mean, coming back, because obviously me and Eugene are going to do a watch along in about 45 minutes, half an hour. So, you know, we'll go on for a half an hour tops. But here's the thing: the team are in a death spiral. We got a result from Liverpool because we never win at Anfield. I never expected a win. A draw is a good result, right, for Anfield. But they were meaty, and then we win, even though we don't progress into the Champions League, which to me is a good thing. I didn't give a fuck about the Champions League. Didn't give a fuck about any of it. People were telling me, oh, we're fourth in the league phase. Yeah, it's the fucking league phase, mate. I don't give a shit. No one gives a fuck about the league phase. And look what happens. English team dominance. Yeah, whatever, bro. But here's the thing. This win for me, it's not just about points. It's also about the mentality and stopping this death spiral, right? Because, like I say, I play a bit of football outside, right? And I've played in teams. If you think you're going to lose before you get on the pitch, you're going to fucking lose. Yeah. You're going to fucking lose. It's just as simple as that, right? So the win isn't just about the points. It's also about the mentality. But we are talking about, if we win. But here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. If we lose this, and I'm being deadly serious, no pun intended, definitely. If we lose this, like, what are we expecting from? Are we going to see a massive flip flop from our fan base again? Are we going to see same old Spurs? Like, what's the predictions if we actually lose this? Because if we lose this, man, like I say, I've got no hope, right? So I'm asking people that have got a little bit of hope about this. Like, is it going to be like, yeah, that's it, we're fucked, or do you think that we could still pull it around?
I think if we lose this game, then it's basically we are fucked. It's game over for us all, because there's not going to be another Champions League floodlights game that sort of where we do what we do for some reason there, and then can take that into the Premier League. Even though we haven't been doing that this season, there's not gonna be another even shredding of a chance to do something like that. So I think this game really is make or break. And then I'm now thinking about the old Antonio Conte quote. I think you boys both know which one I'm going to say. They don't want to play under pressure. They don't want to play under stress. So I hope for the love of me that Igor Tudor can do something to get them today to play under that pressure, to play under that stress, to embrace it and put it on themselves, to push them forward and actually get a result. Because If they don't do that and we lose today, I think we're basically down. I think we're down, and we're not gonna have any chance of staying in the Premier League. That's the way I feel about it.
Okay.
Yeah, because also, let's face it.
I'm going to go in a different direction, right?
Yeah, go
If
for
we
it.
lose this game, right, we got another 7 games to go for. So then we had to double down on the Kumbaya party, make it bigger. Instead of giving beer 1 for 1, right? The Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, right, should be giving out free beers. You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Free tickets, mate.
Free beers, free tickets, right? Give everything away free. Then no, we'll survive, right? Because of the Kumbaya parties. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm going to say this, mate. All those people that are going to the Kumbaya thing, right? It is going to be, look, all of those people are the optimists, right? And here's the thing: if we lose this game, if they're going to lose that crowd, all of that goodwill that's being showed today, I think is going to be completely lost. Now, again, for the audience, I don't want us to lose. I know I am Mister Pessimistic, blah blah blah. But I have to remind you of this. I have to remind you of this. This has been our fucking home form, boys and girls. I'm sorry, but it has. And here's the thing. And people have said to me, "Oh, but that was under Frank." Yeah, Tudor still hasn't. And here's the thing. It comes to me. Here's the thing, right? See, for me, Tudor may inspire confidence, but for me, this is all mostly on the players. For me, this is all mostly on the players. They need to get this win. Because if they don't, all goodwill's gone, man. All goodwill. And
No,
I think
I understand your feeling, because I don't think in my lifetime of supporting Spurs, I've not seen something like this, right? But of course, in my lifetime of supporting Spurs, it was already past the relegation of the 76-77 part, or 77-78, when we really got relegated, right? This is the first time our club, right, in how his modern history of the Premier League, right, is in this predicament. That's why I guess the fans have all come out and say that instead of protesting against the owners, why not we show the support for the players, right? To tell the truth, guys should know my history. I've been doing this for a long time with a group of people, being Levy out, Enoch out. Last season, the protest was considered, because under CFT, they did bring some clout to it. We did have about 1,000, 2,000 people in a couple of times in the protest. But the problem with CFT now, that they've been shown that they are more of an image kind of thing. They're afraid.
Yeah, it's very political now. They've crumbled under political pressure. They've crumbled under political pressure from other groups.
So now they've joined that side of the thing for today, right? And of course, the worst part is that 2 weeks before this, they had a battle cry of saying they're going to protest at the Nottingham Forest game and the Brighton game. And now they flip-flop. Instead of protesting, they're joining the Kumbaya party. That's pissed off.
There we go.
Yeah, definitely. Right. So a lot of people who actually paid money to go down for the protest now are actually pissed off, right? And like I said before, being a move, we call this a movement, right? Because they organize things well and all that. I give them kudos to that, because we've been doing this for 5 years, right? All our protests weren't that organized, right? It was very scattered. We maximum had about 200 to 300 people at one time. Even though during Nuno's tenure, half the stadium was singing Levy out. That's why Nuno got sacked and we got in Conte. Then when Conte went on his rant, right, I already was saying burn it all down. You know, I don't care, right? Then when we got Ange, we went into the 10-game run, and then a PR stunt. When Levy came out and said we got our Tottenham back, I went on my rant and said that I don't want this fucking Tottenham back, because we have not won the league in 63 years at that time, right? Why do I want this Tottenham? I want a Tottenham to win the league. So from then onwards, right, I was manager, don't care. I didn't care about Ange getting sacked or being there, but I'll give Ange his kudos. He did win us the trophy. But the sad part is that, like what Tottenham always do, after achieving something, we don't move on to the next level, right?
Well, we show no intent. Yeah, we show no intent. Look at Manchester United. Look at Manchester
yeah,
United. They lost the final, right? And they were in the same position, relatively, the same position that we are the league. Look at them now. They're in top four, bro.
yeah. What can we say? They got one game a week, right? And then they bought a practically new front line. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, right. And that's what they do. You revamp your front line, right? And you get the kind of results, right? The next step, what Manchester United is going to do, they're going to revamp their midfield. Then when they go to the third season, right, they're going to revamp their back line. So once they revamp all that, right, then they'll be challenging for titles again. We never do that. You
We
get what I'm saying?
never do that.
We've been shit.
We've not done that in decades, mate. We've not done that in fucking decades.
Ever since Poch, right, bringing us to the finals of the Europe, the Champions League, right, fighting against Leicester for the title, guys. We weren't fighting Liverpool, we weren't fighting Man City, we weren't fighting Chelsea or Arsenal. We were fighting Leicester for the title, and we lost. And that season, instead of becoming second, we became third. Right?
If you also put into perspective the last 3 trophies that we've won, let me list the goals. So there's the Brennan Johnson toenail, which is still debated whether he.
I'm not. That's an own goal, mate. I'm sorry, that's an own goal
for you. It's marked as Johnson's goal, so that's what the history books will say. Fair play. You got the one before that is when Petr Cech fucking punched the ball into Jonathan Woodgate's face and he flinched like that and then saw it was bouncing in and went crazy. And the goal before that was basically in the 91st minute against Leicester in the League Cup final. Is basically a lucky rebound that sort of was just basically headed in with a dive-in header. And those are the margins. Our last 3 trophies that we've won have just basically been through luck. So the last time that we actually had sort of one of these glorious, magnificent wins where it was like, you know, we just show up and we turn them over and we win the trophy because we're Tottenham Hotspur. You could probably say it was the FA Cup under Venables.
Yeah.
Going back.
Thank you, fucking Gaza and Lineker, for putting me through all this fucking painful. I blame you, you cunts. That's the only reason I support this club is because of Gaza and Lineker. I hold you both accountable, bro. Both of you fuckers. But no, right. So
then we come down to now, right? We're in a scenario that we've never been before, right? Looking down the barrel of relegation, right? And for nearly 2 seasons now, we've been calling our players shit, right? Which justifiably so, they do look like shit, most of them.
We're calling the players shit longer than that. I remember before that when we were all saying about how we need to clear the deadwood out before Ange came.
Yeah. It's a constant with us. Ben Davies, bro. Ben fucking Davies.
Don't make me go and get the jersey.
He's got it, bro. Look at this shit.
My gosh,
you got the Europa League winning jersey. That I was wearing. The Davis 30. I got it because I thought it was going to be Davis last season at Spurs. I was like, I better Davis this season because this is surely his last season.
But no, we've been saying, look,
definitely, right? When I first started YouTube in 2021, right, we were all laughing at Ben Davies getting his testimonial. You get what I'm saying? Now it's 2026, and he's gonna get his testimonial.
It'll be the last. It'll be the last one out of the current squad. Forget that. It'll be the last one on the planet when the nukes are eventually launched and the whole world is just over. Ben Davies is just going to come crawling out of a cave somewhere, you know.
Mate, I swear to God, they're going to roll him out on a Zimmer frame. I swear to God, bro, he's going to come out on a Zimmer frame. But anyway, right. So we've gone for just over an hour, and obviously we've got to watch along with Eugene, right? So what we're going to do is the usual YouTube shit, and we're going to go around and we're going to talk about what our expected results are. Now, here's the thing: I'm expecting a 2-1 defeat from Forest. I'm sorry. People are going to say, "Oh, you're not backing the team. You're not backing the team." Blah blah. I want to be proved wrong. I don't want to be proved right on this. It's just like, sorry. I just all of this kumbaya bullshit and all of the players like bringing out TikToks and YouTubes and all this crap. I'm just like, look, if I think it's going to be a 2-1 defeat, do I want that? No. Do I want our boys to actually get a win? Yes. but I can't ignore the fucking shit that I've been eating, and we've all been eating, because it's not just my club, it's our club, all fucking season. And that's my reasoning. Now you can call me a shit fan, you can do all this shit and all that crap, and I don't care. But yeah, so Eugene, my brother, you're on my right or my left, depending on if you're blind or not. What's your
All right, my prediction is going to be very, very positive, right? Because of the Kumbaya party, all the good vibes are going to go to the players, right? And we're going to win easily 2-0. Woohoo! Inikin.
I commend your optimism. There we go. There's a real fan, not this fake fan, not the fake fan. Yeah. I could play the applaud noise, but I'm afraid if I do, it'll blow my eardrums. But yeah, definitely, mate. Come on, give us the lowdown. What do you think the score's going to be?
I think Tottenham Hotspur 2, Nottingham Forest 2. I'm going for 1 point. So I've been saying that basically we'll get 2 points for the rest of the season, and Nottingham Forest was one of those points for me. So we've got a point against Liverpool, which I did not expect. So I think, yeah, if I'm going to be there, it is Kumbaya. There you go.
Look, I'm sorry, that's so cringe as fuck. I'm sorry. I'm not being horrible to people, but that is cringe as fuck. Like, I used to do that shit when I was 13. You know, when you'd sit outside the stadium and you'd be like, oh, the players are in the bus. The players are in the bus. Now I'm just like, bro, they're just footballers. It's fine, bro. But yeah, go on, definitely. Sorry, mate.
I was just saying, I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw in a bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2-2 for me.
I see. It's for me. That's not good enough. I need them to fucking win. Like I say, win it.
Yeah, it will be draw. As long as I don't wear the other jersey. Hang on. This one's going to be funny. This is an even funnier one, right?
At least he's wearing pants. At least he's wearing fucking pants.
That's true.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
So this is the Champions League. This is the Champions League final jersey. Do you guys want to see what I have on the back?
Ben Davis. No, Sissoko.
This is my cursed jersey. The cursed jersey. The Sissoko 17 Champions League final jersey.
Bro, remember, Eugene, that is the shirt that I will never buy. Yeah, right? Because I don't know if you know this story, because I was at that fucking final, right? I had Harry Kane on the back of my shirt. When that final whistle blew, I took my shirt off and threw it into the ground. And I just thought, I will never buy that shirt again. But anyway, right, we'll leave it.
Guy, I'm gonna send you the. Okay, all right. Then never mind. I thought you wanted.
Right, cool. Okay, well, the lineup's out. So should we go up on? Do you want to quickly talk about it here, or?
Let's have a quick look at the lineup. It's Vicario in goal, Danso and Romero centre half.
Big the back guy.
It's going to be Spencer.
Yeah, looks like.
Poro.
I'm going to put it on screen. Now. Look at my production skills, bro. I'm quick as fucking lightning on this. Let's have a quick look, and we can quickly discuss it. This is where I go, oh yeah, I'm really slick and fast, and I can't remember where I downloaded it to. Fucking lol. Oh, there we go. I didn't click save. There we go. I clicked save. There we go. Right. There we go. Quick as lightning. Here we go. Bush bash bosh. It's on. There we go.
Yeah, fellas.
That's the lineup.
Could be worse, could be better. I don't know why he hasn't started Moani, especially after the performance in midweek. I genuinely am baffled why Solanke's there and not Moani, but anyway, that's how things go.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Richarlison playing on the wing either. I don't think Richarlison's good on the wing. I don't think
he's on the wrong side of the fucking wing if he's playing on the wing. That's not where he usually plays on there. He usually plays where Tell plays. But, you know, it is what it is. You know what it is what it is, man. That's the lineup. I mean, look.
Like Igor Tudor, mate. You have to say, it is what is it? That's what you have to say.
Yeah, I'm going to put my hands up, mate. There's not the one thing that I'm glad about. There's no Dragosin. There's no Dragosin, so I'm not going to moan about it.
Yeah.
So
The midfield is my main concern, actually, if I'm honest, because we can talk about Richie as a winger all day. I don't think it works. Don't think it ever has. Don't think it ever will. But for me, just Sarr and Gray together in midfield is a recipe for disaster, especially in a physical game like this against Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Archie Gray's biggest.
3-4-2-1. 3-4-2-1.
Yeah, 3-4-2-1. It's not going to be good. I'm sorry, but Gray, if you're gonna you either have one or the other. You don't have them both together because they're both not physical players. If it's true that Polinia is available as well, and we haven't started with him, I'm a bit I'm a bit baffled actually about this starting lineup. I don't really know what to say.
I mean, all I say is win it or fuck off. It's my mantra, mate. Sorry. I know everyone's going to say to me, "Oh," because here's the thing, right? So when I go on other streams and I do the formations and all of this, like at present moment in the form that we're in the place in the table that we're in, I don't give a fuck who's playing. Just fucking score some goals and win the game. Because at the end of the day, like we're celebrating draws like they're wins, bro. We're celebrating draws like they're wins. And like, if I'm celebrating draws, I want to celebrate my women's draws. You know what I mean? I don't want to celebrate. I don't want to celebrate fucking Tottenham's. I want to make sure I don't want no Ann Summers shit. You know what I mean? I don't want the cheap shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, it is what it is. And I think what we'll do is we'll leave it there. And what I'll do is, so definitely, mate. What have you got going on? What have you got going on, brother? Tell the world.
Oh, what in terms of where I'm watching the match? Yeah.
No, content-wise.
Yeah, that's how bloody useless I am at least. So I don't even know the question.
Yeah, but I want to know your personal. If you want to share where you're going for drinks down the pub and all of that, that's great, mate.
I'll be downstairs in the living room with the old man for the game. But basically, it's I'm definitely Spurs TV. I've been running this channel for actually quite a long time. I was under a different name because I thought I was going to be doing something with my mate, but my mate just got too busy with work, so I had to pull the plug. So I decided to rebrand. And all I'll really be doing for the time being, I think, is just hopping on lives, doing my own lives, and then once I've built sort of more of a subscriber base, I think then I'm going to start thinking about making some proper content where I release more consistently. But yeah, my channel is an Enoch Out channel. All opinions are going to be welcome. Anyone can come and say whatever they want to say on my channel. But I'm just making it clear that I'm vehemently still Levy out. He had to go, but Enoch Out. That's my number one priority. And I always will be. That's what my channel's about. And I'm not one to spread false positivity, but I'm also not one to try and force negativity. I just try and say it how I see it, basically. So if that's what you're about, feel free to tune in to definitely Spurs TV. And I'll jump on a few more live streams and you can see me there.
Yeah, rock and roll. How about yourself, Eugene? Because we know that we're doing a watch along in about half an hour or so.
Yeah, we'll be doing a watch along about half an hour or so, and of course, I just subscribed to Daphne's channel.
Thank you, Eugene. I think I've got
yeah, and it's good. It's good to see the you younger guys, right, taking over the Enoch Out thing and all that, because we've been doing it for 5 years now. Enoch Out, Levy Out, right? And somehow or another, I've now understood and come to the conclusion is that, right, if you want to get more subscribers and get more view time, and monetize your channel, you have to be Enoching. So I'm Enoching. Woohoo!
I appreciate the hustle, Eugene. I really do. Yeah.
No, you know why? We have to take the Chris Cowlin road, right? If you don't take that route, right?
Buying viewers. Oh, did I say that? Sorry, did I say buying viewers? Oh my God, I did not say buying viewers. I did not say that. But yeah, no, like I said,
hold on. There's someone to say. I think I'm going to delay the show a bit because TJ is not feeling well, so he won't be hopping on the show for the live scenes, right? But I've got 1 or 2 videos I can put up of the gathering. I might start the show about, instead of in 9:45 my time, that means it'll be 1:45 your time. I'll start the show around about 1 a.m. 10 p.m. my time, about 15 minutes before the game starts, right? I'll catch up you guys later. Don't forget, subscribe to Right? Don't forget to subscribe to how you say it? Subscribe to Guy's channel, right? And of course,
mine? I'm sorry, yeah, definitely Spurs TV.
Daily Spurs TV and my Spurs Vision TV, right? And guys, take care. We'll catch up with you guys later, right? Come on, you Spurs.
Yeah, definitely.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
I'm going to say Enoch out. Get the fuck out of my club, you scumbags. I think you're pieces of shit. I don't wish death upon you. I just need you out of my fucking club. Come on, you fucking Spurs, because if you don't come on, there'll be hell to pay, you little bitches. On that note, see you later. Bye, 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 bye.